What's going on, guys? I'm Jay the Black. Shout out to everybody that's tuning in. I want to talk about this Earl Thomas situation once again. I have made, about 2 videos about Earl Thomas and his wife. All right. One was when she, pistol whipped him. The other one was her divorcing him. And now we have a situation where they had gotten together for the holidays. And apparently he went off and got drunk and got confrontational, and there was a situation actually happened some time ago, last month. He put his arm through a glass window. Now this happened in December, and I held on to this article because I knew that something else would happen to further explain the situation about him hurting himself and the police being called, but nothing happened. Nothing happened, right? He's with the family. I got all these messages. Hey, Jay, they're back together. They're spending the holidays with each other. Look. Well, according to Nina, the wife, they aren't really together. They were just spending the holidays together. Let's get into it. Earl Thomas' wife claims the NFL star went ballistic the day after Christmas, attacking her and her family and punching through a window in a drunken rage. And she says it isn't the first time he's completely lost it. Now I want y'all to understand something. This is the same Nina, right? This is the same Nina that got busted for trying to bust him upside his head. This is the same Nina, right? Now all of a sudden she's a victim. Oh my God, he's going into a rage. But you didn't have no problem confronting him and putting hands on him, chasing him around with a knife. See, this is what you call a toxic relationship. But in these situations, it's always going to be he say, she say. Now we know why he injured his arm. Now we know why he's not in the league right now. The guy has issues that he needs to address. And the best thing that Earl Thomas can do is stay as far away from Nina as possible, because they bring out the worst in each other. Let's see. But Earl is denying all allegations. We spoke with a member of his camp who says the claims are false and that the couple is on good terms. So once again, he's trying to save face for this relationship, even though she's done and she's dragging him through the mud. And she's doing this because she wants to show people that it isn't me, it's him. Nina Thomas spelled it all out in court docs obtained by TMZ Sports, saying she's scared of the 31-year-old former Baltimore Ravens player following what sounds like a terrifying December 26th incident. No, what was scary is what she did to him. But you see, he tried to mend things. Earl Thomas tried to fix this relationship. He tried to fix her image. And what does she do? She goes to, and put out documents to make him look bad, In docs, Nina, who filed for divorce from Earl in November, says she agreed to spend Christmas with Earl at her parents' house in Orange, Texas, so he could be with their children. All right. Nina, though, says Earl chose to stay out all night drinking on the holiday and came back the next morning and flew off the handle. I'm pretty sure something happened in between that she's not saying. Nina says after sending harassing text messages to her phone, Earl showed up to the house visibly intoxicated. Nina says he told her to suck his member in front of their daughter at the residence, and then followed Nina outside after she went to get some things for her children in the car. Nina says Earl screamed at her in the front yard, so she says she locked him out of the house. And that's when she claims he snapped. Nina says Earl was irate and beating on the windows of the house. She claims she then called Earl's mother to try to get him to calm down. But when she arrived, Earl was still in front of the house screaming obscenities and clearly enraged. Nina says Earl then put his fist through one of the house windows, causing blood to spill all over the front porch. Cops were called to the scene in reference to the disturbance. According to police docs obtained by TMZ Sports, officers say they were able to question Earl a short time later at the hospital over it all. Officers say Earl told them he admitted to putting his hand through the window. Though they say Earl reported no crime was committed to cause his injuries, the police docs list the case as inactive. Once again, as I told y'all about these toxic relationships, Earl Thomas and his wife Nina are definitely in a toxic relationship. They don't need to be around each other, and that's what's sad. They have children together, so they have to co-parent. But this guy has issues, man. He's out of the league. This is probably the first time in his life he doesn't have the structure that he's used to. He's used to preparing for football games. You know, if he was still with the Baltimore Ravens, he'd be preparing for the playoffs. But he's not with his team. He is unemployed. He's at home. He's trying to figure out where he goes with his life. His wife has divorced him and really wants nothing to do with him. And again, he's had some underlying issues. I think they both have issues. I think that in this situation, she may have had more of her thinking head on. But again, she's probably leaving out certain details. I'm pretty sure she antagonized him at one point. I'm not saying the whole time, but come on. This guy just isn't going crazy for absolutely no reason. Some people are going to make it seem like he's going crazy for no reason and he's just doing this just to be doing it. No. I believe that at some point there was some antagonizing going on, and then I believe he just went from there. All right. Let's see. But in the court docs, Nina says Earl's aggression towards her and her family didn't stop there. She says Earl threatened to come back to my parents' house to burn all of my things if I came back to our house in Austin and kick my behind. Nina says Earl then sent an intimate video of him and me in a group text to my parents and to our nanny. That's dirty, Earl. Come on, bro. That's dirty. What are you doing? She added, to further torment me, Earl sent an intimate video of himself and another woman because, again, he wanted to trigger you, Nina. He knows that, you seeing him with another woman is going to upset him. But the thing is, y'all not really together. So maybe it didn't trigger her as much. There's some things I think are being left out. She's going to leave it out, of course, because this whole report makes him look bad. This is why Earl Thomas is denying this. He is denying this because he knows that she's leaving out things. But again, he's trying to protect her image. He's always tried to protect her image. But I think Earl needs to live in reality, bro. I don't think she's going to take you back. I think you thought that by now y'all would get together and things will be good, but it hasn't. It hasn't worked. It's not going to work. You both are too toxic for each other. And you definitely need to get your drinking taken care of and figure out what you're going to do with the rest of your life. Even if it's not football, what is it? In the docs, Nina says the whole incident was just one of several times in the past few months where Earl has terrorized her. You see, Earl, do you see how she's turned everything on you, bro? This is why, once again, when that situation popped off, I knew that something was gonna happen to where she was going to get back at Earl for what she feels like made her look bad. That's why I feel like all the information just isn't out here. Just the information that makes him look bad. Again, he is denying this. Earl Thomas is denying this. But what Earl needs to do is he needs to speak with his lawyers and come out with his own statement. Let's see. The 31-year-old says in June of 2020, she and Earl were at the Golden Nugget in Lake Charles, Louisiana, when Earl began acting belligerent at the casino. Nina says she was able to convince him to come upstairs with her to avoid any conflict with security, but she claims once they got back to the room, Earl decided to direct his anger towards me and started mumbling insults and calling me names. Is that all he did? Oh my God, this is so childish. He mumbled insults and called me names. All right. Nina says it all escalated very quickly, claiming at one point Earl threw me into the bathtub and turned the hot water on me. She says she suffered bruising to my torso and back that required medical attention to ease the pain caused to my back. On October 9th of 2020, Nina says she and Earl were celebrating her birthday when he flew into a fit of anger and called me a B after she had left him to go to brunch with some of her girlfriends. Yeah, I'm sure you went to brunch. In the docs, Nina says Earl grabbed her by the back of her neck and threw food and drinks at her while hurling insults and telling me that I am worthless. Can y'all not see that this is just a very, 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 very toxic relationship? Now, again, I'm not justifying Earl doing this. I think Earl I believe he has issues mentally, emotionally. He needs help. Also think that she needs to stay away from this guy. I think this guy needs to understand if he ever wants to play in the NFL ever again, he will stop being around his now ex-wife. I don't think she wants to be with you, bro. I think you need to get psychological help. But again, this is her side of things. But I would not doubt that some of this is true. But again, he ain't putting out no statements. He's not refuting what she is saying. So we have to go by what she's saying right now. If you look at his social media posts about Nina, he wants her back, but I don't think she wants him back. And it has nothing to do with him putting hands on her. It has everything to do with the fact that he dealt with other women. That's all these different things. I guess the one thing that would make her divorce him was probably him dealing with other women. Now, she did divorce him in November. Those incidents, I think, may have culminated in the divorce. But you got to ask yourself, when did things go bad? Because the whole incident with, the Airbnb and him being with another woman, I believe that happened in April. But ever since then, he's been angry towards her. I mean, listen, if you had done what she did some things to this guy that other guys would totally not deal with a woman for. And I think that has always played in his mind. I think he felt a bit emasculated. And I'm not justifying his behavior, but I'm saying what she did when she caught him in the Airbnb, holding him against his will, hitting him, chasing him around with the knife. I do think that has played in his mind, and I do think that has made him feel some type of way towards her. Let's see. Nina says all of it caused her to have bruising on her body, which she claims to have photographed. What is interesting is Earl had penned a love note to Nina and posted on social media that same day. Again, people, this could all be smoke and mirrors. I'll put a link to the article. Y'all can check it out. I just think that these two should not be with each other, to be honest with you. This relationship is extremely toxic. I believe on both sides, but it could be more on his side. But I do think that these incidences only occurred after what she did to him. So